Hey guys, what is going on? This is Wrestlelamia, back with another episode. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the first September edition of the Blue brand, as well as all the wildest wrestling news, stories, and rumors you need to know, including did John Cena admit his career is almost over? LA Knight talks about how the pandemic nearly made him call it quits, Erick Rowan pays tribute to Bray Wyatt, and more. As always, we won't recap the show, but look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. The good. John Cena in the house. John Cena is back, and barring a sudden end to the Screen Actors Guild strike, the WWE Universe may get to see the 16-time world champion for an extended stay. The WWE wasted no time in utilizing Cena, as it had him deliver an attitude adjustment to Jimmy Uso after Jimmy insulted Cena, telling him he's just like Roman Reigns and that he takes, but he does so with a smile. Cena also revealed that he's hosting Payback, which likely will lead to a match sometime soon. More about that in the news. 2 solid tag team matches. Smackdown featured not one, but 2 solid tag team matches, with Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar battling Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, and undisputed tag team champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn battling Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro. All 4 teams had their moment to shine, and while the WWE's booking of its tag division is too inconsistent for anyone to hope for a turnaround in the tag ranks, it was a glimmer of hope for fans who enjoy tag team bouts. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory could be a good team. Waller and Theory showed some chemistry tonight, suggesting the WWE may want to team the two up for the time being. It doesn't look like either superstar is going to get a singles title in the near future, and even though a tag team championship run is questionable, especially with WWE focusing on the Street Profits, they could prove to be strong contenders. Even better, both men's egos are so big that it's only a question of time before they clash. As Wrestlelamia has previously pointed out, Theory is at the point in his career where he needs to show that he can get over without a title. A tag team with Waller and a subsequent feud is an ideal opportunity for A-Town to prove himself. LA Knight and The Miz have real chemistry. LA Knight and The Miz's verbal volleys have been pure gold, as their insults have struck close to home, while providing fans with laughs as well as reasons why they want to see LA Knight shut up The Miz in the ring. The 2 superstars' promos demonstrate how to build up a match largely through talk. That doesn't work for every wrestler, but in the case of 2 talented talkers like LA Knight and The Miz, it should be a no-brainer. Now the biggest test is for LA Knight to show he's more than the flavor of the month and that he can go in the ring. The WWE should give both men enough time to put on an entertaining match, and for Knight to showcase his in-ring skills without making it appear Knight had difficulty beating The Miz, a wrestler whose win-loss record would have him on main event save for his incredible charisma and mic skills. Bobby Lashley and Street Profits segment. Bobby Lashley's affiliation with the Street Profits showed promise on paper, but it was their showdown with undisputed tag team champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens that made it apparent that the Street Profits, or the Suit Profits as some are calling them, are a changed team. While the Profits didn't come to blows with Sami and KO, they put them on notice that they're looking to capture their titles. Obviously, the WWE needs to have Dawkins and Ford do more than posture, but tonight's showdown got things off on the right foot. The bad. Shotzi Bayley wasn't worth the wait. Shotzi vs. Bayley was a match that was a long time coming, but after watching the finish, it certainly wasn't worth the wait. The WWE has been building up Shotzi's chance for revenge against Bayley for many weeks, but when it came down to delivering the match, it seemed that everything fell apart. Damage Control's interference was expected, but it seemed bungled throughout the bout. Regardless, this match was a mess, making Shotzi's win meaningless and making her look like a perennial mid-carder. The idea of a program with Bayley is to elevate Shotzi, but this match did the exact opposite. Lousy build-up for Payback. On paper, Payback isn't looking spectacular, but tonight's Smackdown did nothing to hype the show. Although WWE fans don't have to shell out $49.95 for a glorified TV episode like AEW's All Out, the card for Payback isn't much better, and the WWE made no effort tonight to make fans want to tune in. LWO continue to job. The Latino World Order had lots of TV time tonight with 2 tag team matches, and while they put in a solid effort, they still came away with 2 losses. The LWO is very popular, but the WWE continues to book them as mid-carders, oblivious to the rule that fans get tired of supporting losers. OC and AJ splitting up? Is the WWE laying the groundwork for another breakup? It looks that way, judging from tonight's segment where Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows warned AJ Styles not to get involved with the Bloodline after Jimmy Uso insulted Michin. Fans have observed that Triple H likes factions, but it's also become apparent he likes to break them up even more. With the exception of the Bloodline, these storylines have been counterproductive and suggest lazy storytelling, as the WWE seems to have no idea how to book the OC. The Downright Ugly. Nothing ugly but a very uneven episode of Smackdown that was largely saved by John Cena's appearance and 2 strong tag matches. Is the end near for John Cena? John Cena is making it known that he understands his last match is coming soon, and while we've heard this from Cena before, a recent YouTube interview makes it sound like more than wrestling hype. Every single chance I get to go out there becomes more and more special. There's no denying that I'm 46 and staring down 47. I've been here for over 2 decades. As I said out there in the ring, the last one is not tonight, but I know it's soon. To speak candidly, when you're involved in this every day in a full-time capacity, you just think about what's next. You can't help but think about what's next. The WWE Universe being gracious to invite me and allow me back to be part of this family. For the last 2 or 3 years, I've been able to focus on what's now. Cena is booked to compete at the WWE's upcoming Super Show in India later this month. While there's always the possibility of the actor's strike ending abruptly, rumor has it the WWE has contingency plans to wrap up any stories involving Cena should that happen. Dream match coming for John Cena. Could the WWE Universe see a dream match between John Cena and Cody Rhodes? Cody has made it clear in interviews he'd love to wrestle Cena, but up until recently, John's hectic Hollywood schedule made that unlikely. Now that Cena's schedule has opened up, rumor has it the WWE is working to make this dream a reality. Yesterday, WRKD Wrestling tweeted, "John Cena vs. Cody Rhodes has been discussed as a possibility during Cena's return stint." The WWE announced that Cody Rhodes will appear on the Grayson Waller Effect at Payback, the same show where John Cena is now serving as host. This seems like the perfect way to set up a Rhodes vs. Cena match. Did LA Knight nearly quit wrestling? LA Knight has had a remarkable career turnaround following his exit as the leader of the Maximum Male Models and his breakout role as a single star. However, it wasn't that long ago that Knight nearly quit the business. During an interview with Interstate 70 Sports Media, Knight was asked if he ever thought of quitting. He discussed the lean years in his 20s and 30s until he began working for Impact, recalling that while times were hard, he never gave up. However, things changed when the pandemic hit. So when I'm 38 and the pandemic's happening, I'm thinking, alright, it's over. Now I gotta figure out what's the next step. What's the next thing that I do? Because at this point, the world's falling apart. They're not gonna bring me in, especially with my age here. Knight noted that while the odds of the WWE hiring him at his age seemed unlikely, he took a chance. He also discussed how he's managed to avoid major injuries during his career, and that ring-wise, his 40-year-old body is more like that of a 30-year-old. The interview also saw LA state that he feels the need to win a title, not to solidify his popularity, but to solidify his legacy in the WWE. Chicago celebrity coming to Collision. While Chicago's own CM Punk's status in AEW, including tomorrow's all-out pay-per-view, remains unknown, AEW is bringing in former Chicago Bulls superstar Dennis Rodman to tonight's Collision. AEW tweeted, "What will happen when the unpredictable NBA Hall of Famer The Worm Dennis Rodman returns to the United Center tomorrow when Saturday night AEW Collision is live from Chicago?" Rodman made a handful of appearances in WCW as a celebrity member of the New World Order, including a tag team match with Hollywood Hulk Hogan against Diamond Dallas Page and Utah Jazz player Karl Malone. Drew's dark match. Smackdown fans got to see Raw superstar Drew McIntyre after last night's show went off the air, with the Scottish Warrior defeating Karrion Kross in a dark match. It's not unusual to see a star from a different brand work dark matches after TV tapings, and Smackdown fans who miss seeing Drew every week were likely happy. Erick Rowan pays tribute to Bray Wyatt. Last but not least, Erick Rowan is paying tribute to Bray Wyatt. Erick, who returned to the WWE for the Bray Wyatt tribute episode on SmackDown last week, shared his thoughts via Instagram, an excerpt which follows. "Writing this down makes my soul foggy and my heart ache. Over 12 years ago, from the island of FCW, we would talk of our mutual love of horror movies and music before embarking on this crazy journey that brought us around the world with John, Luke Harper, Brody Lee. In the process, something happened. This family we portrayed weekly in the wrestling world became a real-life bond. We spent more time together over the next few years than we would our own families, strengthening our bond as we dealt with life trials and tribulations together. Eventually, this family grew with the introduction of Adam, Braun Strowman, as did our love for one another." The message continued with Erick expressing his admiration for Bray and Brody Lee and sending his condolences to their families. He ended his message by writing, "This is only goodbye for now. I will see you down the road." Well guys, there you have it, WrestleLamia's look at the 1st September edition of Smackdown. What did you think about tonight's show? Be sure to leave your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time for some more wrestling content.